So that's why you busted me out.
There's no hidden message, Roberts. It's just a simple gift.
No. You gave me Oliver Twist because it's about an old man teaching a young kid how to be a criminal. Plus, they're pickpockets. Now this...
Are we sure the arsenic didn't damage your brain?
It says treasure right here in the title, Raymond.
Just a little... We should really get your head examined.
You are not coming near my head.
No.
The Voice, all new, Monday at 8, 7 Central on NBC.
I need you for a job. A hidden fortune worth hundreds of millions.
There's a homicidal maniac on the same treasure hunt.
I'm in! We gotta celebrate.
Trial begins at 2 o'clock.
I don't know anything about being a lawyer. This man is not a murderer. If I fail, he's facing life in prison.
Quantum Leap, Monday on.
On the Newscast Show weekend, a look at how some in Langley County spent their Sunday out in the cold and snow.
And the light snow and flurries out there now will wind down tonight, but there is more snow in the forecast. Those details are coming up.
Plus, summer is just a few months away. Maybe it's time to start thinking about going camping. An RV show was held in Marathon County this weekend. All the details. And later on, this day in history, President Franklin Roosevelt delivered his first fireside chat to citizens across the country. We'll have those stories and more as News Watch 12 weekend starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Kyle Pazorski, Muhammad Abdul Kawi, and Jeff Weller.
When we start talking about weather, and Jeff, you know, the snow really added up quickly today, didn't it?
Almost 10 inches of snow here in Rhinelander today. Some spots got more than that. And outside here now in Park Falls, it's still snowing. 24 hours of measurable snow now in Rhinelander, and the snow is still coming down here in Park Falls. These streets are now covered in snow again as temperatures are falling back into the 20s. We'll have actual lows tonight in the teens. Look at these reports from today. Polonia, 10.1, Minocqua, 10 inches, Weston, 10 inches, here at the station, 9.4. But we're about done with this event. We had another probably inch on the way tonight, and then we'll get a break for several days around here. But overall, here goes that system now. So Green Bay's getting the heavier snow showers now, Marathon County as well. This is all kind of sliding this way. So still a couple of hours of light snow out there, but we should see less than an inch or two across our region. And then our attention turns over here. There is one behind this system arriving on Thursday that could bring us another round of heavy snow Thursday into Friday. Our forecast though tonight though is cloudy skies, some light snow and flurries out there ending, kind of windy with low temperatures down near 17. Your full forecast is coming up. Kyle.
Thank you, Jeff. Now down to Langley County, where the annual Fun Day took place at the Kettle Bowl Ski Hill and Cross Country Trail area. The event is held each year at the end of the skiing season to provide a big thank you to the community. The day featured many fun activities for families to participate in, including cardboard sled races. Scott Peterson, a volunteer for the Langley County Ski Club, says it's a great way to give back to the community.
Just to give back to the community and show appreciation to all the people that come during the year. We're giving free pizza out. There's prizes. We're having races. We have a pond that we're going to ski through at the end of the day. So it's just a great celebration for families.
Peterson says the annual Fun Day attracts local snowboarders, including Seth Bieber, who has been hitting the trail since he was just a kid, and says he always looks forward to coming out to the Kettle Bowl.
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely something that I think people should try, and especially with the snow conditions like it is today, goggles are very necessary. That's the thing. I tried going down before without my goggles on, and you just can't see a thing. It's hitting your face, so it's a lot of fun up there, though. It's definitely different looking down from up there.
It definitely seemed like a lot of fun. In total, there were more than 2,000 skiers and snowboarders who came out to the Kettle Bowl during this winter season. Over the past 4 years, the Forest County Potawatomi community has been running an event to help inspire the next generation of Potawatomi called a youth gathering. The goal is to help kids learn to embrace their culture and teach them traditions. It ran throughout the weekend, featuring workshops and guest speakers, along with plenty of activities to participate in. Organizers were thrilled with the turnout for the year, with around 50 kids participating. Chairman James Crawford said that events like these are important to inspire the next generation of children. The annual Central Wisconsin RV and Camping Show returned to Rothschild this weekend as well. The Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center played host to everything from RVs to kayaks and even bikes. The Expo Center was full of attendees participating for the spring and summer season, preparing rather, with show manager Lacey DeWint saying this.
Everybody is getting ready to prepare for their summer and springs and get out and enjoy the weather that Wisconsin's going to have, or anywhere else they want to travel with their campers.
Outdoor activities are popular in the Badger State. Lacey says having a camper allows families to experience the beautiful areas around the state while having a bit of comfort.
And it's just a great time to get together with family and friends, and it's just something that people enjoy to do, get them out of the norm and have a good time.
In total, more than 50 RVs were on display for attendees to check out. The Recording Industry Association of America, better known as RIAA, has announced that vinyl records have outsold CDs in 2022, which is the first time the media has done so since 1987. In total, sales for all physical music, including cassettes, CDs, and vinyl, topped more than $1.7 billion. RIAA says vinyl made up $1.2 billion of those sales, so that's quite a big number for that. And this is just for new releases and does not include used sales. Streaming is still king overall, with RIAA's report showing that physical media made only 11% of music revenue last year. And now a few things to look forward to this week. It will be the 19th annual State of the Tribes Address held at the State Capitol Building. It will be happening on Tuesday. The Great Lakes Intertribal Council has announced that Secaucus Chippewa Tribal Chairman Robert Van Zyl will give the address. Last year, Stockbridge-Muncie President Shannon Hoseley delivered the address. The speech will be live streamed on Wisconsin Night and PBS Wisconsin and takes place Tuesday starting at 1 p.m. The State of the Tribes Address began in 2005. The Wisconsin DNR is offering a class about learning to hunt, harvest, and cook wild upland birds in the Rhinelander area. Adult participants will learn how and where to hunt ruffed grouse through discussions, demonstrations, and hands-on experiences. There will be opportunities to shoot a shotgun, which a coach on a trap range, and go on a mentored hunt. All equipment will be provided for the event, with the first class being held on April 18th at 6 p.m. at the Hodag Sports Club. But there is no fee, and registration is required on the DNR's website. And with people struggling financially in the Northwoods, there's good news. A local church has an assistance program to help those in need. The United Methodist Church of Rhinelander opens their personal essentials pantry twice a month, and they will have it tomorrow, offering items which they might not be able to get elsewhere. Items include dish soap, toilet paper, toothpaste, and other hygiene items. The program is free of charge to registered individuals. PEP is open on the second Monday and last Saturday of each month. And for more information on how to receive items or to donate, you can contact the First United Methodist Church in Rhinelander. And now look at today in history. In 1933, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt delivered his first ever fireside chat to the nation. It came only a few days after taking office in the midst of the Great Depression. Many credit the fireside chats with helping him win the next 3 presidential elections by connecting with Americans. The first words on the fireside chats that he said were, quote, "I want to take a few minutes to talk with Americans about the banking." Well, coming up, former Vice President Mike Pence is taking jabs at his former boss, suggesting that Trump put him and his family in danger during the attack on the Capitol. We'll have that and more coming up. Stick with us. You're watching Newswatch 12. Proud to serve Park Falls and viewers all across the Northwoods.
For 25 years, Janet Protasewicz was a prosecutor, fighting for justice for victims of crime, helping people like her and him and them. She believes everyone has the right to a safe community. As a judge, Janet upholds the Constitution, and she fiercely guards our rights and our freedoms. Judge Janet will bring change to the court. A common-sense, impartial judge who cares about us. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Our experience in the RVA has been wonderful. The teachers are extremely supportive, and Simon really seems to enjoy it and is making friends, and he's more socially active now than he was in a traditional school.
Something I want other kids to know is that even though it seems like you're not going to make friends, you actually are. I like how the RVA provides an environment that more suited to my needs.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
Get your tickets today to meet the Packers on the 2023 Tailgate Tour. Simply scan the QR code on the screen to purchase tickets. The Boys and Girls Clubs of the Northwoods is hosting a great Futures fundraising event at the Lakeland Aviation of Minocqua Airport on April 14th. This fun-packed evening will include activities, food and drinks, door prizes, a live and silent auction, music, and Q&A with the Packers. For more information, go to bgcnorthwoods.org.
Well, the snow is adding up and up and up and up here in Rhinelander right now. Almost 30 inches on the ground. It's almost time to lose your mailbox in this, right? And there is some more snow in the forecast, but not for a couple of days around here. After we did this today, Minocqua 10 inches, Anago 10 inches, Rhinelander 9.4. So a healthy snow pretty much for everybody today. And it's still out there now, although this event is winding down pretty quickly across the area. Let's check in with our top 5 snowiest seasons on record in Rhinelander. We're about a half inch away now from entering the top 5, so it's pretty much a done deal, as we do have more snow in the forecast a bit tonight, and then again for Thursday, Friday, and probably Saturday as well. Here's the radar. Notice the darker blue features in here, the darker banding features. There's some intense snowfall rates right around the Wapaka area into Portage County over toward Green Bay. Moving this way, though, there's still some snow flying under the radar up here, but it is winding down as this whole thing kind of pushes that way. In fact, you can see here closer on Portage County into Wood County and Wapaka County, getting the darker blue features in there now, and that'll likely linger for a couple more hours and then kind of turn to all flurries across our region tonight. So here's the visibility where the snow's actually on the ground, hitting the ground, where the darker area is, the yellows and the oranges, Merrill down to a half-mile visibility. That's moderate snow there. But again, this is all kind of trending this way very slowly. We've had recorded snow now for 25 hours in Rhinelander. We don't do that very often, right? And there's still a bit more to go, maybe an inch up this way, 1 to 2 inches down this way. So overall, another inch or two to go across our region tonight. The other issue, though, here is going to be the wind. We have wind gusts out there now around 20 miles per hour, and it's kind of a lighter, fluffy snow. So we got that blowing and drifting thing happening with wind gusts that are 30 miles per hour tonight, and likely staying around 20 or so throughout the day tomorrow as that front has come through. So just a reminder, spring is around the corner. It's still several days away, but for right now, below average temperatures, and also you have more snow in the forecast for us later on this week. So here's the radar out there currently. Again, snow all day. This thing started this morning up by Duluth, and now it's right over here near Wausau. So again, moving very, very slowly. It's cut off from everything, moving toward the east very slowly. Behind this one, though, there's another one. This one is going to be stronger. It's going to be a long duration event for somebody in the Midwest and Great Lakes, likely bringing a combination of rain and snow. And we're the people who get all snow from this one Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's likely going to be a good event once again. It's just now coming on shore across the west. It'll be in our backyards later on Thursday. And again, on the current track, it's going to be one to watch all week long, with potentially more heavy snow for north central Wisconsin later on this week. Our forecast event tonight, though, is snow diminishing to flurries, another inch or two possible. Getting kind of breezy out there, though, blowing and drifting snow with low temperatures down near 17. So whatever is wet out there is likely going to refreeze again tonight. Lots of slippery spots, of course, through tomorrow before the sun gets on that, right? For tomorrow, here we go. It's Monday. Lots of clouds around tomorrow. It's going to be breezy, so some blowing and drifting snow. The average high is like 37. We're not going to do that. We're going to go for 25 tomorrow, so below freezing all day tomorrow. Those couple flurries throughout the afternoon, and a southeast wind that could gust near 25. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows flurries ending tomorrow morning. A very nice day for 2 Tuesday. Much warmer. We're going to melt some snow Wednesday, 42. So Thursday we have to watch. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's a very interesting system. Could bring us a combination of rain and snow, changing over to all snow. And that snow could be locally heavy for somebody across the Great Lakes and Midwest, especially on Friday and Saturday. Kyle?
Thanks, Jeff. To politics now, and new comments from former Vice President Mike Pence about former President Donald Trump. Pence is saying his boss was reckless and suggesting Mr. Trump put him and his family in danger during the attack on the Capitol. Ali Raffel reports.
In his most blistering criticism yet, former Vice President Mike Pence laid into his former boss at a Washington dinner Saturday night for the danger he faced as a result of former President Trump's pressure campaign to overturn the 2020 election.
And I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so.
President Trump was wrong. I had no right to overturn the election, he said. His reckless words endangered my family and everyone at the Capitol that day. And I know that history will hold Donald Trump accountable. The one-time unwavering Trump ally not mincing words, but the event did not allow any cameras. Pence not so subtly mulling his own bid for the White House as former President Trump prepares to make his 2024 Iowa debut tomorrow. The visit coming just days after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis made his own trip to the early caucus state. DeSantis, not yet an official candidate, spent last night in another key early primary state, Nevada.
I'm optimistic about our state and Florida, but I'm optimistic that we can see success in other states.
Mr. Trump spending his weekend huddling with lawyers at his Mar-a-Lago home, preparing for next steps in a Manhattan probe investigating a 2016 hush money payment his former attorney Michael Cohen made on his behalf to former adult film star Stormy Daniels. Cohen set to testify tomorrow before a grand jury, with signs a possible indictment may come soon. Mr. Trump, also invited to testify, has denied any wrongdoing. Meanwhile, another expected 2024 contender, President Biden, taking criticism from within his own party amid reports his administration will approve a controversial oil drilling operation in Alaska, marking a potential reversal of a campaign promise not to allow new drilling on federal lands. Environmentalists now furious, while Alaska's lawmakers believe the project will bring new jobs to the region.
Well, coming up, we're joined by Mohammed, who will give us the biggest headlines from outside of our area tonight. Mohammed.
Thanks, Kyle. When we come back, stories from around the world, including the successful splashdown of the SpaceX Crew 5 mission, which has come to an end after more than 5 months in space. Plus, we'll head to California, where a pair of suspected smuggling boats capsized just off the coast. We'll have all the details coming up after the break.
This week on Jeopardy! Current champion Stephen Webb.
That's correct. You just ran that category.
Is not going down without a fight. And everyone.
True daily double, please.
Is coming after the king.
I'm from Vegas. Let's bet it off. Wow.
I will wager 5,000.
Wow. It's a big wager.
This week on Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Clearview Cabinetry starts as a kitchen built for right now and grows with you as life changes. It's flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. Clearview Cabinetry is now 11% off. Complete your project with countertops from Menards with elegant to everyday options and easy installation that you can do yourself. Get 11% off countertops and start your next project today. Now at Menards.
Some numbers simply have more meaning than others. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish & Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. Trust Habish Personal Injury Attorneys to get the number that's right for you. Call now.
Get your tickets today to meet the Packers on the 2023 Tailgate Tour. Simply scan the QR code on the screen to purchase tickets. The Boys and Girls Clubs of the Northwoods is hosting a great Futures fundraising event at the Lakeland Aviation of Minocqua Airport on April 14th. This fun-packed evening will include activities, food and drinks, door prizes, a live and silent auction, music, and Q&A with the Packers. For more information, go to bgcnorthwoods.org.
Welcome back. The SpaceX Crew 5 mission has come to a close after more than 5 months in space. The 4 members of the mission departed the International Space Station Saturday morning, and the Dragon capsule carrying the astronauts made a splashdown off the Florida coast shortly after 9 p.m. The Dragon capsule Endurance initially docked in October. Concerns over weather conditions delayed the departure twice. Aboard the Endurance were NASA astronauts Nicole Mann and Josh Casada, as well as Japanese astronaut Koichi Wakata and Russian cosmonaut Anna Kikina. Ukraine and Russia claimed today that hundreds of enemy troops were killed over the previous 24 hours in the fight for Bakhmut, with Ukrainian troops fending off the Russian attacks. A small river that bisects the town now marks the new front line in the east. Ukrainian officials said that 221 Russian troops were killed and more than 300 wounded in the battle for Bakhmut. Russia's defense ministry said that up to 210 Ukrainian soldiers were killed in the broader part of the front line. Both sides have admitted to suffering and inflicting significant losses in Bakhmut, while the exact number of casualties is difficult to independently verify. 8 people are dead after 2 boats crashed off the San Diego coastline late Saturday night. Authorities said they suspected the vessels were involved in smuggling. Officials from the San Diego Fire and Police Departments, Customs and Border Protection, the U.S. Coast Guard, as well as state and local lifeguards were among those who responded to the scene.
We went to Black's Beach. We launched the Coast Guard helicopter and a Coast Guard small boat. The result is we found 1 panga made it to shore with approximately 8 people on board. The second panga with 15 overturned in the surf.
A couple hundred yards in, they found lifeless bodies on a patch of dry sand, 2 overturned boats, and several life jackets and fuel barrels. Officials said,
since 2021, we've had 23 lives lost at sea. This is not necessarily people trying to find a better life. This is part of a transnational criminal organization effort to smuggle people into the United States.
The first group of lifeguards waded through the waters on foot because high tide prevented access to the beach. According to the information shared by San Diego Fire and Rescue, lifeguards carried the 7 bodies they initially found in the water to dry sand, and the officers with Customs and Border Protection's air and marine operations found the 8th body. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said today that the federal government would not bail out Silicon Valley Bank, but is working to help depositors who are concerned about their money. The FDIC insures deposits up to $250,000, but many of the companies and wealthy people who use the bank, known for its relationship with technology startups and venture capital, had more than that amount in their account. There are fears that some workers across the country won't receive their paychecks, with Yellen providing few details on the government's next steps. She emphasized that the situation was much different from the financial crisis almost 15 years ago, which led to bank bailouts to protect the industry. It was the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history after the collapse of Washington Mutual in 2008. We'll be right back with sports from Saul Meyer after this.
Does this sound familiar? You make the minimum payment, but the balance is still the same. You make a payment a few days late. Here come the late fees, past due notice, and the collection calls. We understand dealing with debt problems is not easy. It is stressful and hard, not only for you, but for your loved ones, your family. You're not alone, but you must understand debt problems only get worse unless you take action. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt, please take a minute and call the number on the screen. Learn about programs that have helped thousands of people get out of debt. Reduce your monthly payments, cut interest, and even settle your debt for a lot less than you owe. Save thousands. Get your life back. Call the number on the screen now. It's a free call, free information, and most importantly, you will have options. Remember, waiting will not make the problem go away. Call us. Our lines are now open.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month and see what a built Ford tough truck can do for you. Now, choose Flex Buy on a 2022 F-150 with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months and 1,000 Flex Buy cash plus 1,000 Ford credit cash.
Sue right, Jake middle, me on the left. Yeah, I knew I'd win.
Are you saying
What's
something?
really happening over there?
I think you're on mute.
There's no substitute for real gaming fun. Go where fun lives. Ho Chung Gaming Wittenberg.
Look at that. What you're seeing is Olson Solar Energy working in the sun to make the sun work for you. What you can't see are the lower or no energy bills, selling extra energy back to your electric company, and the increase in property value without an increase in property taxes. The sun works for homes and businesses. The only thing you need is Olson Solar working in the sun to make the sun work for you. Now booking installations for 2023. Call Olson Solar Energy today.
The Indoor Track and Field National Championship was Friday and Saturday in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Spash native Roisin Willis made her presence known as one of the best collegiate athletes in the country. The freshman had a solid year at Stanford this season, and at the national meet, she competed and won the indoor 800 meters with a time of 1:59.93. This time also secured her the school facility and meet record. Willis, in the same meet, won the distance medley relay and finished the 4x400 relay with a time of 3:32.80. She's now a three-time first-team All-American as a freshman. As a team, though, Stanford finished in fourth place, but congrats to Roisin. After taking down Gibraltar 66-54 on Saturday, the Newman Catholic boys basketball team is going to state. The Fighting Cardinals will be representing the area as the #1 overall seed for Division 5. They were able to become sectional champs after beating Gibraltar and regional champs after beating Columbus Catholic. Newman Catholic will be coming into the tournament with a 25-4 overall record. Their first game will be Friday, March 17th at 9 a.m. at the Kohl Center in Madison against Royal. Good luck to the Fighting Cards. Switching gears to college basketball, Marquette's men's basketball team won the Big East Conference tournament after taking down Xavier 65-51 to win their first conference tournament in school history. They now qualify for the March Madness tournament and are going in with a 28-6 overall record. That record was good enough to give them the #2 seed in the East region, where they will take on the 15 seed Vermont in the opening round. Good luck to the Golden Eagles at the Big Dance. On Saturday, the Milwaukee Bucks had an away game against the Golden State Warriors. The last time these two teams saw each other, the Bucks got the best of the Warriors, but Saturday's game went a little different. Giannis Antetokounmpo was out this game as he continues to nurse a hand injury, and the Warriors led all throughout the game until the Bucks came roaring back in the fourth quarter to take the lead. But this game went to overtime, and Steph Curry took over, scoring 22 points in the fourth quarter and overtime combined, ultimately giving them the win 125-116. Drew Holiday spoke about the pace of the game against Steph Curry.
I think we played our own game. I think a little bit in that first half, we just started playing fast, just as fast as they play, and you're not going to beat them at their game. So we kind of locked in defensively and got rebounds and pushed it. We played our game, and honestly, I think we did a good job of that. Just down the stretch, man, we need to take care of the ball.
With Giannis Antetokounmpo out, other players had to pick up the production. One of the players that was able to do that was center Brook Lopez.
I thought we showed great composure. You know, we had a lot of guys step up in big moments, make big shots, good stops. So it's positive experience. Unfortunately we lost. We felt like we should have had it. They obviously played really well, but there's a lot of good takeaways.
The Bucks will be back in action Monday night against the Kings in Sacramento. Spring training is in full gear right now for the Milwaukee Brewers, and they were looking to get a preview of their opening day matchup taking on the Chicago Cubs. The strong second inning proved to be too much for the Cubs as Milwaukee was able to score 3 runs off of 2 homers. After taking that large lead, they didn't look back and ended up winning this one 5-3. Back to you, Kyle.
Well, thank you, Saul. When we come back, Jeff will be here for one more final check of the forecast. Stick with us. You're watching Newswatch 12.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
This is a special report for people who want the facts about reverse mortgages without the hype. You've seen a lot of commercials telling you how you can turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. But do you really know if a reverse mortgage loan can help you? Call today. For a limited time only, we'll send you a free special report, Reverse Mortgages, Facts Without the Hype. Did you know that not everyone over 62 can qualify? And you can choose to receive your money monthly or in a lump sum. Call us today and get all the facts you need. You'll speak with an experienced reverse mortgage advisor who will give you honest answers to your questions and even provide a free personalized assessment. This is a big decision. Get the facts with this free special report, Reverse Mortgages, Facts Without the Hype. There's no obligation, and the call is free. So don't delay.
Call 1-800-737-5145. That's 1-800-737-5145.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck. You're watching NBC 12, your home for dramas, game shows, comedies, and sports. NBC 12, from where you live.
Jeff, am I allowed to say it? I'm sick of the snow.
You're past March 1st, so it's kind of allowed. However, we're not done with this stuff. Another inch or two of snow tonight, followed by this system on Thursday and Friday, if you're paying attention. It's going to be one of those, where if it's all snow, it's going to be a lot of snow. And I know Saul, look at Saul's face, it's just like, I don't want any more. So let's go outside now and check on the radar again. The event tonight is winding down, but still some light snow and flurries out there. Heaviest south, lesser to the north, but overall another inch or so of snow tonight. There's also wind. It's getting kind of gusty with wind gusts near 30 miles per hour. The snow is light and fluffy, so blowing and drifting snow tonight. And here we go. This 7-day is so quiet tomorrow and Tuesday, and in fact, high is Wednesday near 40, and then we got to watch Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Thank you all for watching. That's it for your news around the Northwoods. Have a great night.
Sorry. So sorry.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
Sore back but hate mattress shopping?
Yes.
Totally dread it.
Totally.
Come to Slumberland and see how we've made mattress shopping easy.
How easy is that?
So easy.
So easy.
Get your sleep solution at Slumberland Furniture. You can always find great-looking furniture at incredible everyday low prices at Slumberland Furniture. Like these modern sectionals and sofas, starting as low as $3.99. And always free doorstep shipping. Get your look
For less
at Slumberland Furniture.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is priced